In today's video, we are going to learn about the coordinate plane. And I do hope you've seen this before and this is not brand new to you. But if it is, no big deal. We'll learn about it together. I have three major examples. The first one is introducing you to the vocabulary related to the coordinate plane. And then we're going to be plotting some points and then identifying where some points are. So a coordinate plane is made up of two number lines. You can see here one of them runs left to right, or what we call horizontal, and one of them runs up and down, or what we call vertical. Now the horizontal number line, which I will highlight real fast as I talk about it here, this guy that runs left to right is a regular looking number line. There's an invisible zero in the middle. They don't print the zero. But you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on to the right. And their negatives off to the left in the normal order. Nothing crazy there. Okay. That horizontal number line is called the x-axis. This vertical number line, what I want to point out about it, again, 0 is in the middle. The positive numbers come up from 0. The negative numbers come down from 0. So positive is up, negative is down. This number line, this vertical up and down number line, is called the, oops, let me get rid of those extra points there, y-axis. The place where these 2 points meet is special. Right there, where both number lines are 0. That is called the origin. The origin is the place where both both number lines meet. The ordered pair for the origin is 0, 0, its address, which we'll get to in a second. You'll notice that the coordinate plane kind of nicely cuts itself into 4 distinct pieces. We call these quadrants. You will notice up here that in this list of things we're supposed to label, they're called quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we use Roman numerals to identify them, not Arabic numerals. And I know you're probably wondering what's an Arabic numeral. They're the regular numbers we work with. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We will not use those. If you do, yes, your answer will be marked wrong. Or at least partial credit will definitely be taken off. So which quadrant is which? This upper right quadrant is quadrant 1. It's quadrant 1 because you're going to find out as we look through our other examples, everything in this quadrant is positive. From here, kind of annoyingly for a lot of people, we go counterclockwise, meaning around to the left. So this upper left portion is quadrant 2. Lower left is quadrant 3, and bottom right is quadrant 4. Now I can honestly say I'm not 100% certain myself why it was decided to go counterclockwise instead of clockwise. But this is the way things were decided many years ago. So we just have to play within the rules of the game. Makes sense why quadrant 1 is the quadrant it is. Everything's nice and neat and positive. And then they just decided to go counterclockwise for some reason. So these are the parts of the coordinate plane. What's nice about the coordinate plane is every single spot on it is defined by a particular set of coordinates. Okay, and I am going to show you here on this grid, even though I don't have an example here for it, I'm still going to throw a point on here and show you how to figure out what it is. So let's say I put a nice point right there. It's in quadrant 1. So its address is going to be made up entirely of positive values. So how do I figure out what those values are? I need to know two things. The first thing is how far left or right is it from the origin? So that means straight over. It is 7 over. The second item I need to know is how far up or down is it? And it's 3 up. So the ordered pair for that point is 7, 3. Ordered pairs are always given in the format x, y. X being how far left or right is it from the origin, and y being how far up or down it is from the origin. And I have in the past had some students draw this to help them. An ordered pair that shows left and right first, up and down second. With all that out of the way, we have two major examples. One is to plot points and say where they're at, and the other is to identify the addresses of points, the coordinates. So I'm actually going to zoom this in a little bit while we do this so that it's as neat as I can make it. Now notice real fast on this grid, look at how it's numbered. Each line is still one spot. They just printed numbers every other line. All right, plot each point, identify which quadrant or axis the point is in. Starting with B, which is at 0 and -7. Now remember, the first number tells us how far left or right to move from the origin. And I'm just going to highlight the origin so we always know where we're starting. So the first number, 0, says don't go left or right. Sorry, I just immediately put an extra dot I don't need. Let me fix that. The second number, -7, negative means to go down. So without going left or right from the dead center, we're just going to drop 7 places. And we're going to label that B, because it is B. B lives at 0, -7. So that's plotting the point. We're also asked to identify which quadrant or axis it is on. So we're just going to have a list on the side here. Now, in order to be in one of the 4 quadrants, again, let me go back up a page here real fast, you must be actually inside of it. You cannot be on the number lines, which is why our directions say the quadrant or the axis. So B is on the y-axis. And on we go. C is located at 7, -1. So the first number there, 7, says starting at the center, count right 7 places. And then the second number, -1, says come down a single place. So right where I just dropped a point is right 7 and down 1 from the origin. That is the point C. C is not on one of the number lines, so it is in one of the quadrants. It's in the bottom right, so it is in quadrant 4. Now I'm going to start speeding this up a little bit. Feel free to pause the video and attempt to plot the rest of these points, but I'm going to get through these pretty quickly. D is at -6, -7. So from our center, we're going to come left 6 places. And then we're going to come down 7 places. We will put our label of D on there. That is in the lower left portion, which is quadrant 3. E has an address of 1, 5. So starting from the middle, that is to go right 1, and then up 5 places. Right 1, up 5. It is in that nice place where everybody's positive, so he's in quadrant 1. F has the ordered pair 1, 0. 1 means go right 1, and 0 means don't go up or down at all. That means F is sitting on one of our number lines. It is on the x-axis. G at -9, -1 is left 9 and down 1. It is in that bottom left quadrant where everything is negative, so that's quadrant 3. H is -1, -4. That's left 1, down 4. Also in quadrant 3. I at 0, -4. The first 0 says do not move left or right, but the -4 says drop 4. So I is sitting down here right beside H, but I is on a number line, so it's on the y-axis. J at -7, -9. So left 7, down 9. It's way down here. Again, bottom left group, so he's quadrant 3. And K is at 6, -2. So +6 means right 6. -2 means down 2. K is in that bottom right group, so he's quadrant 4. We had no points here in quadrant 2. The last example, we're going the other way around. So we have a grid, and we're just asked to identify where all the ordered pairs are located. So let's see, we have A through J. So I'm just going to make a list real fast. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J. And now to figure out their locations. So A is 5 places to the right. So that's a +5. And then it is 6 places down. So down 6. And again, just so you know, we're always starting from that dead center spot. B, which is a little left of the middle towards the bottom. To get there from the center, we first have to go left 2, so that's -2, and then down 8, so -8. C is right beside B. It's one more place to the left. Starting from the middle, we'd have to go left 3 before we go down 8, so -3, -8. D is way out on the left edge. To get there from the center, we'd have to come left 9 places, so that's starting with a -9. And then we have to climb 6 places. Going up is positive, so -9, 6 is the ordered pair for D. E is on the right edge of the grid here. To get there from the center, we have to come right 10 spots, and then drop, so -3. F is down towards the bottom left corner. To get there from the center, we must first take 8 steps left, and then 8 steps down. F is the ordered pair -8, -8. G is up high in quadrant 2. So it's towards the middle, little to the left of middle, up high. To get there, we would first take 3 steps left, so -3, and then 9 steps up. Wrapping up now, H. It's just underneath the midline to the right side. It's 5 places to the right of the middle, so that's a +5. And then 1 place down, so 5, -1. I is over there just above D, so we know it's 9 places to the left, but it's 1 place higher, so we'd have to climb 7 steps to get there. And J, finally, starting from the center, it is 5 places to the left, and 1 place up.